Hey team, this is video feedback for your 7.3 technical challenge number 5, the budget. Once again, you guys provided a very professional looking and engaging submission. You take many critical elements that are associated with setting up a UAS videography business, and you take those into consideration and present a very informed and detailed overview. I thought it was great that you included the acquisition of the core system elements, functional spares, and then essential software that would be necessary to support operation and creation of your finished deliverables. There are a number of additional considerations that I have that could help to further prepare your such an analysis in the future if the need should arise. First, does your operation carry any inherent risk? Which leads to, thinking about how many accidents can be expected. Will insurance be necessary? Because that's an additional cost. This can also help you to inform the potential need for replacement or supplemental units and spares, as well as support service. What's the anticipated mean time between failure rate for some of your specific equipment? And I get that can be hard to track down. It's something that is really at the heart of some of the effort the FAA is going through. But it's good to try to at least come up with a budgetary model for it, just an estimate at least. How many spares will be necessary? How might it affect your overall budgeting? I do see that you discuss inspection, replacement, and overhaul, which is outstanding to incorporate into your budget. So, that gives me evidence that you did think about this. It's just I think specific narrative talking to that would be good. Next, how will the delicate airframe and sensor equipment be protected during transport? Because it's going to have to be delivered on site. You're a videography business. You're perhaps going to even have to go overseas, air, etc. So you want to make sure that you have appropriate equipment to protect it. That leads us to what type of cases should be used for the elements. What features are important? Should it be waterproof? Should it be safe up to a specific temperature? Should it be under a certain weight, to support portability? Next, will the equipment be designed to support more than one GCS? In other words, are you looking at different operational models where you're going to have handoff? Maybe you're supporting some sort of BVLOS operation. Should external storage, such as a USB drive or online cloud access, be included? Will that require remote internet access? How about external power from a battery or portable generator when you're on site? That sort of support equipment, I think, can use a little more thought if you ever do this in the future. Then, going back to that maintenance, what is involved with that? Is that engine oil checks? With yours, it's electric, but just some things to think about if you ever get into more complex systems. What's involved with that? Engine checks, oil changes, motor rebuilds, etc. How often should the full system and individual checks occur? And then think of the maintenance cost with that. You have to consider, and that was one big piece I didn't see was the roles, the operational roles like salaries. What about pilots? Are you going to contract them individually? How about maintenance and repair? Is that going to go to a sub business? Are you going to sub it out, or is it going to be handled internally? And then what about land use, storage, work facilities, as well as consumables, salaries, as I mentioned, maintenance fees, and long-term adjustments, for things like inflation. These aspects can be useful to present a comprehensive life cycle cost breakdown. I think it would have also been beneficial to examine a few other sources besides the OEM, especially in relation to budget planning for UAS-related businesses. I've included a few here as links, including Chapter 5 of my textbook. There's some good information there, just because when we set out to create these classes, there wasn't hardly anything out there specific to UAS. Since then, UAS has become much more popular in the small business environment, so there's more material out there, and I've included 3 links. So let me just close. You provided an excellent conceptual overview with supporting details. Hopefully my comments that I've provided here will help to spark some ideas going forward in your future work. So don't hesitate to reach out with any comments, questions, concerns. Happy to walk you through my thought process on this. But I mean, at the end of the day, your team did outstanding with this. So job well done.